Are you someone who's good at what you do, but somehow you still find it difficult to get clients? Maybe you think it's your marketing, your product, or even your pricing. It's none of those things. The answer is people don't know that you exist. In this video, I'll be showing you how to fix that without any paid ads or cold DMs. Let's get into it. Now, let me ask you a question. When people want to get a service or a product in the area of your expertise, do they think of you? If the answer is no, then you have a visibility problem. Now, the essence of this video is to guide you through how you can solve your visibility problem. Now, I have three ways or three solutions, three practical solutions that I think if you implement today would really help you. Now, the first thing you need to do is to make it easy for people to work with you. Now, what do I mean by this? You need to show up. You need to show up where your audience is. You need to show up where your clients are. And where are the major clients today? They are mostly on LinkedIn, Instagram, the Twitters, the TikToks, all social media platforms. Now, technology has made it easy that you don't necessarily need to go to events or functions for you to network with people. You can easily do that just at the comfort of your home with your cell phone, right? So you need to make it easy for people to find you. If people don't know you exist, then they can't shake your hands and exchange a deal with you. You need to show up consistently. You need to put your content, you need to tell people what you do and let them understand how they can work with you. I'll share a story. For over 3 years, I used to freelance, help people here and there, but I never spoke about it. And I used to wonder why nobody was, paying me to do some of these things. I realized that what I was just doing was I was just giving free game, free advice to people, but I wasn't really showing myself. I wasn't really showing my expertise. Now, I think a lot of us, we have a problem with this because we think we need to be some experts before we can share what it is that we know. Most of us are experienced, but we're probably waiting for that celebrity status before we start sharing what we have. But let me tell you this. You can share your story and your experience. Your audience doesn't need you to be perfect. Your audience just need you to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of them. They want someone who can guide them to, taking the step or even getting the solutions to the problems they have. And if you're that person, you need to make it easy for them to know that you're the one they can come to with their problems. And the best way to do that is when you show up online. You need to build a personal brand. You need to build a brand. Now, most people, when they think about brand, what they think about is logos, websites, and all of that. Yes, it is part of the paraphernalia, but the truth of the matter is brands is just a story. It's what people feel when they think about you. It's what people know when they think about you. So if people don't think anything about you, it just means that your brand isn't visible or you're just not doing a good job with your brand.
Hey, if you're watching this, chances are you want to start posting content this year, build your personal brand, and show up online with confidence. But you don't know where to start or even how to do this consistently. If any of this sounds like you, I want to personally invite you to my 3-day content clarity challenge. It will all be done via Zoom, where I'll be showing you how to start creating content, even if you have zero experience. Now, by the end of this challenge, you'll know exactly what to do and how to show up consistently online. If this sounds good to you and you're ready to start, click the link in the description below. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
Now, the second thing you need to do is to build trust. And how do you do that? You do that with your content, whether it's written, whether it's video, or whatever format you like. When I started creating content, I started by just making short videos, short motivational videos, just to, encourage people to do better and even change their lives. I wasn't asking people to buy any product. I wasn't asking them for any money or anything. People want to do business with people they can trust. And when you're able to show up consistently, in the same format or the same platform, and people see you, they can trust you. You don't just hand your money to someone random you see on the road. No wonder when you want to make a deal or you want to buy a product, you go to the trusted sources. Like when you think about getting a shoe, you're probably thinking Nike, Adidas. Or when you're thinking of getting a phone, you're probably thinking Samsung or Apple. Why? Because these brands have been able to build your trust. They've been able to earn your trust by showing up consistently. They've been able to, be at the top of your mind by advertising, showing up on the different platforms that you use, and you see them daily. That's the same thing you need to do for your business. You need to treat your business as a person. If people don't see you where you need to be, there's no way they can, want to even patronize you. Now, the final thing is staying top of mind. Now, staying top of mind is easy. It's just to rinse and repeat the first two steps. Staying top of mind just means remaining consistent. Just keep on putting the content, keep on doing the same things, get better, learn from the best, there's so many people out there creating content, so many business experts these days that you can plug in and watch what they're doing and learn from people in your industry, learn what's working for them and experiment. For several years, I never used LinkedIn because I just thought it was too serious and I just didn't understand how it worked. And then one day at the beginning of this year, I just, decided I want to understand how this thing works. And then I started studying some of the people who were successful there. Now, prior to that, like I had never made any serious posts. I just maybe posted my videos there. And most of them at first got only 2 impressions. But then when I started listening to the videos from, these experts or people who, have gone far, I started noticing the patterns. And that's one thing I want to tell you. You have to study the patterns because patterns are those things that will get you faster to where you want to go. And they say success leaves clues. And if you study the people who are successful, you will see the clues that they leave. Now, I started studying their patterns and then I noticed some of the things that they were doing on that platform to get more people to engage with them and even impressions. And then, I practicalized it and I started getting results from just 2 impressions, 3 impressions. Now I get maybe above 100 impressions. Some posts even get up to 200 impressions, right? So you need to start from somewhere, and starting from somewhere means you should find or locate the people who are doing what you want to do and are doing it very well, effectively, and start copying them. Now, I don't mean you should just copy and paste whatever they do. Just copy and apply in the same manner that they're doing it so that it can work effectively for you, but in your own style. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm not experienced. I'm not an expert. I don't even know what to share. The simple answer is share your experience. Now, people are not looking for you to be perfect. You don't need anybody's permission or anybody to qualify you for you to share your journey. Those are the things people want to see. When you share your story, people are not looking for perfect, they're looking for relatable. People want to relate to you. And if your story is not relatable, they'll just pass over. Now, when people see other people, building something, they want to be part of that process. In my previous videos, I've told people how I've started this journey, and most people follow me because they want to see how this is going, right? So that's the same thing you need to do. You need to invite people to whatever you're building. Maybe you're building a business, you're building a company, you're making an art, whatever thing it is. Bring people in so that they can see your process. Once they are part of your process, they feel like they belong and they become your cheerleaders. And those cheerleaders will eventually become your clients. Even if they don't become your clients, they can be people who can recommend you to other people who are looking for the same service that you offer. Now, here are the practical things I need you to start doing now, today, not tomorrow. Pick one platform, be it Twitter, YouTube, X, TikTok, whatever platform you're comfortable with. Pick a platform and start creating, start making a post. Pick LinkedIn if you're good at writing. Pick it. Even if you're not good at writing, you'll get better. But pick one platform and get consistent with it. You might not be able to post every day, but try posting every other day. Or you can systemize it. Now AI has made things very easy. Now, even with this video, I didn't have to stress myself thinking so much. I had the idea of what I wanted to do, but I just told AI, help me develop an outline so that I can know how to make the video better, right? So those are some of the things that you need to apply for yourself. Stop waiting to have everything figured out. Now, that's where a lot of people get stuck. They'll tell you they're waiting to have good phones, good lights, good everything. You will never have perfect conditions. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start doing and then the condition and make the conditions perfect for yourself. I think that's a much better approach than sitting and waiting. You need to be real. You need to show people your story, the struggles you're going through with entrepreneurship or your business, all of those things. That's what kind of build a brand that stands out, like, because you're inviting people, showing people what the daily process is, and then provide value. People need to actually see value in what you do so that they can be able to relate, because most people are just concerned about themselves. No one cares about you. People are just so concerned about their own personal life. So if you can solve people's problems, they will stay tuned to listen to you. And once they find that you're valuable, they would always come back to you. So make sure that you're producing value-based content so that you can get people to trust you. And eventually that trust would then eventually materialize into the resources that you need. So to wrap this video up, just a recap: you need to be visible. You need to get people to trust you. You need to stay on the top of the minds of people by creating value-based content that will get them to trust you. So if you found any of this valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to this so that you can get more content like this. Thank you and see you in the next episode.